Hola, welcome to the Drop Dead Sisters podcast. My name is Francesca,
And my name is Ninoshka.
and it's officially motherfucking Tober, my birthday month. Yay,
35?
bitch! No, I'm not. I mean, 35
I'm
is not
joking. I'm
old,
joking.
but I feel I'm gonna turn 29 and I still feel old. But whatever. My birthday's next week, and I'm just very excited. You know, I love October, Halloween, and of course my birthday and everything that comes with it. And because of that, today we are going to be bringing you a different type of episode. So, sorry, true crime fans, today we are not bringing you a gruesome crime. We are going to be actually talking about dreams.
Everybody dreams. I dream all the time.
Yep, and dreams are something that have fascinated me ever since I can remember. And I'm a person who actually dreams like every single night. Every single one of my dreams is weird, but it's crowded with like people. And I always have dreams that I'm being chased as well. I'm not really sure why, but I'm just being chased by something. And sometimes I also have pretty fucked up dreams. I feel like most of my dreams are pretty fucked up, which it's, I don't know. One of
Those are the
reasons
ones that I
maybe.
remember the most.
Yeah. I feel like, or very good dreams, you know, like, of course, I feel
Of
like
course.
dreams, yeah. And, you know, it's not like I can remember everything that I dreamt of because, of course, dreams are not that easy to recall and there are methods for you to do it. But in this episode, we're going to be basically explaining, you know, dreams and their meanings. And, you know, in our opinion, dreams are like so surreal. They're like a fantasy, you know, it's weird. But I always take the time to try to remember as soon as I wake up in the morning because they say that that's like the best way to remember a dream as soon as you open your eyes because otherwise, by the time you get off the bed, you already forgot the dream.
In my case, there are times, that I can remember the dream, like you said, like as soon as I wake up. But there are times when something that happens like during the day while I'm working or whatever that just triggers my mind, my memory, and makes me remember what I actually dreamed,
Yeah,
Like,
that happens to me too.
crap, okay, this happened, and then I remembered the dream and I will say it in the moment. And it's amazing how real some of them can feel. How we can wake up with the same emotion that we were feeling in the dream, like anger,
Anger.
sadness, or being scared. Well, whoever knows
You know,
me,
you're always
knows that
scared.
I'm always scared, always. But I just love scary shit. It's weird.
Yeah, you're definitely.
But you can also wake up feeling like, if it was a nice dream, feeling joy or even being desperate. Wake up and your heart is just beating like 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, I know the feeling of waking up angry. It happens to me if I dream that Jonathan like cheated on me or something. I wake up like real angry, like
I bet.
mad. Yeah, like he's very peacefully sleeping, you know, in his fluffy little pillow, and I'm just looking at him like real pissed. Even though I know it was a dream, but I'm so mad. I'm like,
You're
look
like,
what you
dude,
did. Look
you
what
gotta
you
be
did.
thankful that it was a dream. That's what I'm gonna say.
I tell him when he wakes up. Yeah, I'm there with my like very close with my eyes open, like very creepy. Like, dude, I'm sorry.
We're not crazy.
It's a
We're
lot.
not crazy. It's just, dreams.
We're not crazy people, okay? And well, some people may think that dreams are just dreams, but in our opinion, there's so much more than that. And in this episode, we will also be discussing, you know, what is a dream, how they happen, what may be the meaning behind some of them, and again, how you're able to remember them. I remember that when we were little, we used to have this book of dreams. We were like 8 years old. You remember that?
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was like blue with clouds and stuff.
Yeah. It was
And
very
you wrote
pretty.
like Property of Francesca and Ninoshkali. It was
Yeah,
beautiful.
well, it was actually really nice. I was obsessed with that book, and it basically explains.
This was
you
her
know,
obsession.
Yeah, Ninoshka like also like this is my obsession. Oh my God, we shouldn't do that. No, please. They're gonna stop listening to us, Ninoshka.
No, I'm sorry.
So
It just
I
comes out.
remember in that book, I would always stop by the sexual section on page 36.
Ooh,
I was curious, okay? I was a sick little child.
Jesus Christ. Sometimes
Okay.
I'm thankful that my mom doesn't like speak English like that.
I'm sorry, Mom.
And you see, another song came to my head.
I said, I'm sorry, Mom. I bet that one. I bet it was that one. We're so stupid.
Oh,
Nino,
shit. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
that's so stupid. We are so connected. Okay, people. Maybe this is like an inside joke, but we actually every time we say like a phrase that there's like a song that we know of, we automatically begin to sing it. Like if I can't find my phone and I'm like, I don't know where my phone is.
I don't know where my phone is.
We sing that at the same time, and it's so embarrassing and cool at the same time.
It's fucking amazing. Everybody loves that if they hear us.
Oh my God, we had a moment. Okay, let's just read your
Well,
card,
okay,
bitch.
back. So, if you're fascinated with dreams and page 36, like we are, or maybe you're intrigued about the topic, well, just stay here listening and listen to all the interesting shit that we're about to be talking about. And now, let's jump right into the episode.
A dream is a mix of ideas, images, and emotions that normally happen involuntarily in the mind during a certain stage of sleep. The purpose of dreams are still not fully understood. Dreams are often described as stories that are created by our minds while we sleep. There are so many different types of dreams. They can be fun, sad, sexy, disturbing, and very bizarre, like my dreams. Like, they don't make any sense at all. There's a concept that dreams are manifestations of one's deepest desires and anxieties, often relating to repressed childhood memories or obsessions. But we believe that dreams are or can mean much more than that.
Well, dreams normally occur in the rapid eye movement, mostly known as the REM stage of sleep, but they also occur during other stages of sleep. But it's said that when dreaming in a different state other than REM sleep, dreams tend to be less vivid or memorable. The length of a dream can vary. They can last for just a few seconds or they can last as long as 20 to 30 minutes. It's said that people are more likely to remember their dream if they are awakened during the REM sleep phase. REM. That's really weird.
That's like the deep sleep, like the deepest.
Well, the average person has 3 to 5 dreams per night, but this may vary, of course. It's said that most dreams are immediately forgotten. So my question is, when you jump from one dream to another, does that count as two or as one?
I'm guessing that dreams are basically, when you're dreaming and then you stop and then you start with another one. I think that's what distinguishes how many dreams you have a night.
Well, there are 5 stages to a dream. Number 1, it's the light sleep. It's known as the slow eye movement, and your muscle activity is decreasing. I feel like a lot of people twitch when they start to fall asleep. Well, number 2, the eye movement stops and the brain waves become slower. Number 3, now they are extremely low brain waves called delta waves, mixed with smaller but much faster waves.
Yes, and then the stage 4 is the brain produces delta waves almost exclusively. So in the previous third sleeping stage, the brain was slowly producing the brain waves, but now it's basically almost exclusively those delta waves. I don't know what that is, but that sounds like a plane to me. Okay.
Yeah, delta.
Yeah, delta.
And the
like
ram
the airline.
to me sounds like the ram, like the the pickup
Jeep.
truck.
Yeah.
Jeep ram.
Oh my God. Our English girl is so fucked up. Anyway, so stage 4, again, this is almost the deep sleep. There is no eye movement or muscle activity. This is the stage in which when you try to wake someone up, they wake up like very quickly, but they're still like very disoriented. I feel like it's very funny to see people in this stage when they're woken up, to be honest.
And the eyes, like lost, like cristalizado.
Like, oh. Yeah, that's funny. And then stage 5 is the rapid eye movement, mostly known as REM sleep, which is the deep sleep. The breathing becomes more rapid, irregular, and shallow, and the eyes are moving fast in various directions, and limb muscles become temporarily paralyzed. the heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, and males can develop an erection. It must be very hard having a dick that stands up for no reason. Let me just say that.
Jesus Christ.
It's funny. Well, I just wanted to share with you guys, like a mini, I'm not going to say script, but just thoughts that I have when it comes to dreams because I am very passionate about them. So here it goes. When I have a dream, or when someone tells me about their dreams, I always ask one question, like, how did you feel in the dream? Like happy, sad, scared, ashamed? I ask this question because no matter what you're dreaming of, I believe that the way that you feel in the dream is how you can interpret it. I always like to think of dreams as an everyday fantasy that we cannot control, and it is all in our subconscious. It is a mix of our past, everyday lives, things we've heard, seen, or feelings that we've felt before. But they're like completely mixed up. They sometimes don't even make any sense. But it's all in our brain and heart working together, formulating either something really good or really bad. It depends on current life circumstances. And I also believe that dreams are signs. Maybe sometimes there's some type of prediction or maybe a warning, and it is very important in my opinion to try to remember what you dreamt of like as soon as you wake up, since you may forget it like completely by the time like you get off the bed. So in my opinion, dreaming is a very beautiful thing.
Yeah,
Bravo.
yeah.
Yay.
Wow, that's a script right there. Thank
Girl,
you,
I
thank you,
took
say
my
thank you.
yeah, I was like gracias, gracias.
Well, right now we're
That's
gonna
funny.
tell you guys about the types of dreams. So let's start off with the lucid dreams. Lucid dreaming is when the person dreaming is self aware. It's not like you're able to control everything that's happening in the dream, but you're aware that you're in a dream. I don't know if that happens to a lot of people, but it has happened to me. And this happens to me whenever I dream like with money. And because the way I find the money is just like the luckiest ways. It's in like a purse on the floor, or in a bucket or a trash can. It's weird. The
You're just
weirdest
finding
ways and
money?
easiest way, yeah. But the thing is, it's a lot of money. So since that's the way I find the money, it gets to the point where in the dream where I realize like this shit doesn't happen.
You're
Wake the
like, I'm a
fuck up.
broke bitch.
Like, yeah, this is not, I'm not that lucky, okay? Or maybe that does happen to people, but not just to me. Not to me, not to us. It's
Nana,
not
be
gonna happen to us,
positive.
period.
Be
Whatever.
positive.
But
You may
yeah,
find like
those are my lucid
money.
dreams. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Okay, this is a dream. Definitely is a dream. It's not happening, so I know it's a dream. But literally, I know I'm dreaming, and then I
And
wake
then
up.
you don't go like to the mall or anything.
No, bish. On the way, like I realize that it's not real. It's a dream. So I wake up. I don't get
Oh
to
my
spend the
God.
money.
That's a very horrible lucid dream.
Imagine.
Like, I swear. Yeah, it sounds very horrible. But let's move on so that you're not reminded of those sad money memories. So, another type of dream is recurrent dreams. Recurrent dreams are those that you've dreamed of previously. You may experience this type of dreams a few times in your lifetime. So, these are dreams that you are dreaming tonight, and let's say that when you wake up tomorrow morning, you're like, oh shit, I had this dream, and I know for a fact that I've had this dream before. And this actually happens to me. Like, I can literally remember being on certain places in past dreams, even though, like, the place is not real, but I can, like, remember that I have had that dream before. It's very hard to explain, to be honest.
Yeah, I understand because I believe that this has happened to me only like once. The dream was a little disturbing, so I'm not gonna go into a lot of details. But all I can say is that I was trying to like scream in the dream, and my voice like it doesn't come out. Like I'm trying to scream, and someone's grabbing me by the leg.
Are you talking about this type of like exorcist dreams that there's a demon and you're trying to
No,
say,
no, 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 no,
que
no.
Dios te reprenda, and you can't speak?
That has happened to me also, but no,
Yeah.
this one was like something that wanted to grab me and like rape me. I knew that was the
Oh,
intention. So I was trying to
yeah.
scream, but it was grabbing me. And I remember like I had like the same dream like twice,
Oh my
but
God. That must have been horrible. Oh my
that's why I
God.
didn't want it to go to details. But then you put me in the spot and asked me questions.
Because I'm nosy, bitch. I'm nosy, okay?
Well, now we're gonna go with prophetic dreams. Prophetic dreams are those in which you see the future through your dream. it's not like every dream is predicting your future, and of course you won't know if it's a prediction until it happens, but it's
Yeah.
definitely a very interesting type of dream, you
Oh,
know.
yeah. I actually have had this happen a few times, to be honest. When I explain to people, like, I feel like they're not gonna believe me. I'm like, I swear to Ida, I swear to God, I swear to my kids, like, believe me. You know what I mean? Because it's happened to me many times before. But I'm gonna share with you, like, an example, which is the one that I always remember. And, talking about money, who knows if maybe I'll have another dream of these. So, I remember
I
back when I
wish.
was a teenager. Yeah, girl. So when I was a teenager, I remember that I had a dream with three numbers. And when I woke up, I told my stepdad, and of course, Carlo, he went to the store like real quick and played it exact and in combination in the lottery, because that's what my family do. You dream with a number, you randomly see a number. We just want to play everything, mixed combination,
That's what my family
everything.
do.
Yeah. So I told him that if we won with those three numbers that I prophetically had dreamed about, that I would get $80 because we would get 500. And to be honest, that's like 5 million in Puerto Rican money, okay?
Hell yeah. And for you at that time, $80, you were like,
I mean, yeah, the Puerto Rican money worth is the same as America, but you know what I mean. Like in there with $500, we feel like we rule the world. So I
yeah,
told
here
him
I'm
that if I,
depressed.
yeah, definitely. So $80 for me, girl, that was like shit. Two jeans from Paxson only. That was good enough. But anyway, so the point is that I remember that I went to sleep, and suddenly I think the lottery numbers run like at 10 p.m. at night. I remember I was sleeping already, but I remember being woken up by people screaming in the house, and then my room door is like boosh, like open, and my mom and my stepdad are like, we won," and I was like, "What the fuck?" So, yeah, that night, thanks to my lucky prophetic dream, I had $80, which in Puerto Rico is a lot, and I felt like a wealthy bitch.
I know what you mean. One day I found $20 that I had like in a drawer for like a whole year,
Girl.
and I felt wealthy also with $20. Well, when you're a kid, that's what when you're a grown up, when an adult, you're like, yes, I should have stayed a kid for the rest of my life.
Yeah, no, but if I found $20 right now, I would feel so blessed.
Because we're so broke, that of course we're gonna feel blessed. Well, in my case, I had two dreams that I feel like I will never forget. The first one that I remember, in the dream we were playing, you and I were playing outside of Ita's house on the side street. There was a little side street on my grandma's house. Ita is our beautiful grandma, by the way. And my mom came to get us and tell us to go upstairs because she had to go somewhere, So we went inside, and when we're over there, she was like, I have to go because something happened. And I remember that I had this feeling like whatever happened, it was bad. It was something sad because that's how I felt. And like you said, you always ask me, always whenever I tell you a dream, how do you feel?
How did you feel? Yep.
Yeah. So, and then what happened? I woke up to find out that sadly our neighbor, Rafi, our neighbors were like part of our family. They became like part of our
Yep.
family. And by that time, unfortunately he had passed away. And I remember it was horrible because it was like a premonition. Like you say, it was crazy. That's how I took it. That's why I never forget it. Well, and the second one, I was at a festival. In Puerto Rico, in our city, we do this festival that we call La Fiestas Patronales. Whoever's from over there will know. And over there, artists go, they have like a mini concert. So we're there, and I know that there's an artist like performing. So I zoomed like to a specific person, a girl. I remember it was a girl, and I just saw her get shot straight in the face. I remember her getting shot straight in the face, and more shots, but then everybody kept running. Everybody was screaming. And the night after I had that dream, you went to a festival in another city in Puerto Rico, and a shooting happens.
Yeah.
Actually, this event was mentioned in episode 3. So, by the way, it's called Mass Shootings. So, if you want to know more details and you haven't heard that episode, go and check it out. Episode number 3.
Promotion, episode number 3, mass shootings. No, but really, it did happen in real life. Like, I really did not know you had that dream, but I did go through that, and there was a horrible shooting, and there was a girl involved in it. It was because of a girl, because, how shootings are in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, when that happened, it was like, oh my God, I had this dream. That's what triggered me to remember that I have had that dream nights before. I have issues
Yeah,
saying have had together.
have had. Yeah, it's okay. Again, people, we apologize. We do have a strong accent. Again, Spanish is our primary language, and sometimes, we try to act like, we know the language and say all these words in English, and try to speak like this. But in reality, sometimes we mess up, and we really appreciate those who, stay and listen to our annoying accent.
I
I
bet
love
that
our
they
accent.
find
Fuck
some
it.
people must find it funny as fuck.
Yeah, funny or interesting or normal, girl. It's normal, okay? So, as normal as our Puerto Rican accent, there are also dreams that are normal. They're called everyday dreams. These dreams, they involve basically like scenarios of your regular life, as simple as going to work or cooking or watching TV or some shit like that. Like, I know that my boyfriend Jonathan always has this type of dreams. I'm nosy like that, so every time he wakes up, I'm like, babe, did you had a dream? And if he's like, yeah, I'm like, what was it about? And then he's like, this. And I'm like, oh, and how did you feel? And I start with my interrogation, because I just want to know. But he fixes planes and he always has like everyday dreams. So he's always like either at work or anything. So I remember that one time he told me that he had a dream that he was fixing a plane inside a cave. That's weird. Yeah. On top of a mountain.
Cabel
I'm like,
Nicola.
babe. Yeah, I'm like, what? But yeah, it happens. Do
I
you
is
have
Jonathan.
everyday dreams?
I fix planes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to tell. Actually, I'm going to tell him to listen. I don't even need to tell
Oh
him.
god. Deja vu, that's another type of
Ooh.
dream. I love that word. Deja vu, this is the feeling of having previously seen or experienced something. It's said to be a dream that we like had before, but no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a dream that we had before, but we don't remember it. But then suddenly we are mysteriously reminded of the situation.
Yeah, I got totally confused with this one. I'm like, wait, but that wasn't the one that you dreamed twice? No, this one is like knowing that you
No,
lived that
you
moment.
literally, this is what's called, like in an interpretation. Like it was perfect because you were confused, and that's how deja vus are. You're like somewhere and you're like, wait, I've seen this before. Or something like that. You know what I mean? Maybe that's not what you did, but I'm just trying to fix it. Okay, I'm just trying to
I got
help you here.
confused as fuck.
So people, basically deja vus, I'm pretty sure that everybody has felt some type of thing before. It's the moment where, let's say that right now you go to the kitchen and grab a cup and you're like, oh shit, like
I dreamed this.
exactly, and then you dreamt it. So that's basically what's called a deja vu, okay? Not Beyonce.
I learned that word
the Beyonce
like
song.
I have heard it before since I was little, but I learned the meaning when I was like 18.
You were a little? Did you swallow the tongue, little? I'm so sorry. I'm such a fucking bully bitch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop now, okay? So
You're probably gonna have to cut all this shit.
well, maybe. If I feel too embarrassed, maybe I'll cut it, maybe I'll leave it.
Oh god.
Well,
Whatever.
moving on to another interesting type of dream, which is our profession. Daydreaming. Daydream is described as a visionary fantasy, particularly of happy and pleasant thoughts, hopes, or ambitions that we imagine and feel an experience of while we're awake. Well, daydreaming has been described as being lazy and non productive, like a pastime. Somebody who daydreams is lazy and not productive. But it can also be considered as constructive in some contexts as well.
Then I'm the laziest woman alive because I daydream constantly.
Yeah, you're like sitting and thinking, oh my God, right now I would be at the beach drinking some mimosas. And that's what daydreaming is, because you're being a lazy ass motherfucker thinking of things that are not happening while you should be doing something.
Let's focus. Let's focus. Back to the theme. Well, religious dreams. Religious dreams are basically when you dream of having a close encounter or a heavenly experience with God. It's said that people experience a mega peaceful experience. A mega peaceful experience gives me peace just by saying it.
That's something that I came up with. It's the best explanation for it. So it's a mega peaceful experience if you have a religious dream, okay? Yeah. And the light, the light. I've never had a majestic dream before. What the fuck?
Okay, I have had a couple that I remember that are pretty majestic, but
I like that word.
They gave me mega
majestic.
peaceful. It was a mega peaceful experience. Okay, so I was little. I was like 8 years old or less for this dream, but I still remember it. Well, I was in Rincon. Whoever knows Puerto Rico, this is like in the coast
In the West
of
Coast.
in the west coast, and I was in a restaurant. The restaurant was facing the beach, and it was like Jesus. And it was like a huge, like a giant standing in the water. I couldn't see his legs, but it was standing in the water. And I was looking at it, and that God or whatever picked me up and kissed me, and then put me back there, and
Where
that's all
did
I
it kiss
remember.
you? Where did it kiss you, though?
In
I'm
my
interested.
forehead.
How did you feel? Majestic?
Yeah, majestically, peacefully, amazing. No, I'm
That's
joking.
cool.
I
That's
really
crazy.
don't remember exactly. Without joking, I really don't remember exactly how I felt. I was little. I just really remember that dream. I believe it was good. I felt kind of happy. I believe because it was with God. And we were raised basically in this environment, kind of Catholic and Pentecostal because of my dad. So it was a really nice dream. I told my mom and she felt happy. So there was another one that I heard, like, I'm not going to tell the whole dream because it was long. It was really weird. I told you about it the other day. But I heard in that dream, like, how do you call that?
The
La
trumpets.
trompeta, the
Yeah.
trumpets. The trumpets on the sky. And I looked up to the sky and the sky was open and I could see, like, the angels and stuff. It
Girl,
was
that's
really
some
weird.
stuff from the Bible. I feel like, it's good that majestic dreams are out there and you dream all of that. But since you mentioned that you were probably like a little small, we were raised in like a Christian base, not all the time, but with our dad, whenever we went with him, these are things that are literally from the Bible, like the trumpets and all that stuff. So again, dreams are like a mix of real life and also like past lives and things that are in your subconscious. But it's pretty cool how you were able to dream something, like mega peacefully.
Yeah, on that second one, I was like 16 when I had that one of the trumpets.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
that's I've never had one of those. I actually tend to have a lot of nightmares, and that's actually our next dream type. A nightmare is described as an unpleasant dream. These dreams are typically full of fear and dangerous situations and also horror. They may make you feel anxious and even sad. Some people who experience nightmares have had a hard time falling back into a deep sleep after they're woken up. And to be honest, I do have like nightmares like all the time, but it's not like I feel sad or anything. It's just like fucked up dreams that I have, but I guess that I'm just so used to it that dreams are like my own movies. Like I can literally make a movie of my fucked up dreams. It's not even a joke. But I remember that when I was a teenager, I used to listen to a lot of rock, and there was a time that I was like heavy into Slipknot, and I still like their music, by the way. But I really didn't like seeing them in real life. I consider them like creepy as fuck, and again, their
Very
music, yeah.
disturbing.
Yeah, I just like the way they put the instruments together and they sing it, whatever. I really like their music. So there was a time that I would have nightmares like every single night about Slipknot, like the actual band members, like being inside of my house, Ida's house, my grandma's house in Puerto Rico. And it's like they were just all around the house in every room, but they were like just there. They weren't doing anything to me or anyone, but they were just like around the house with like their creepy mask and shit, just standing there. I always felt so terrified. And when I stopped listening to them for a few days, the dreams will literally stop. But as soon as I started listening to them again, the dreams will start again until they eventually stopped. But it was really, really creepy. And like I said in the intro, I also always have a lot of dreams that I'm being chased, running for my life, terrified as fuck, but that's about it. Like nothing ever happens. And another dream that I wanted to mention, it happened to me about 7 months ago. I had a horrible dream. Like, I'm not even going to go into detail about it, but it was a very horrible dream that I remember every detail till this day. And it was really bad because this time I really could not go back to sleep for shit. Like, I felt it happen in real life. I was shaking. I was crying. Like, thank God Jonathan was there with me because it was really, really a bad dream. And it had to do with some weird activity here in my house, like paranormal and my kids. But it was, I swear, Nino, it was so realistic that I remember it now and I'm sweating. I don't know if it's because I'm in this closet right now, but I'm fucking sweating right now, remembering that shit.
It's a mixture of both.
And the wine, a three. And Nino, now your specialty.
Listen, this is, well, my mom knows. you have experienced it.
I know, bitch. You are creepy, okay?
Sleepwalking is also referred as sonambulism. Sonambulos en español. It's a behavior in which a person wakes up at night and walks or do other activities while being asleep, and when they are woken up or they wake up, they don't have any recollection of what they did. And that's what happens to me all the time.
You are sonambulistic, girl. Sonambulistic.
Damn, sonambulistic? That's a
I think
word.
that's how you say it. I don't know. It sounds like ambulance. Let's just go with it. Keep going.
Well, I have a lot of stories. I'm going to start with yours and Jonathan. Jonathan was there also. I stayed in the apartment with the kids. I remember you guys asked me you wanted to go to Walgreens.
And you fell asleep?
So I remember the next day waking up and I had a blanket. And I thought like, oh, look at this bitch. She's so nice. She came and saw that I was cold and she put a fucking blanket on me.
No.
So I think you mentioned that, oh, I'm sorry we got here late. I think you told me the next morning. I'm like, it's fine. She was like, bitch, you were standing in the kids' bathroom. And when we got to the house, you were looking at us with the blanket wrapping you.
Yo, me and Jonathan walk in the apartment and Nino's like standing like in the bathroom door, like just standing there rubbing a fucking blanket like she always does. But she's like looking, but I swear, like you can tell when someone's sleepwalking because their eyes are like crystallized. It's weird. And I remember that you were standing there just rubbing the blanket. And, I felt weird because I walked in the door and it's not like I expect you to be like, Checa, if you just saw me like 10 minutes ago. But I thought you were being a bitch. I'm like, she's probably mad that I went to Walgreens and left her with the kids or something. And you did not remember anything the day after, girl.
I was like, look at her, say she's so nice. She put the blanket on me. And then you told me that. I'm like, oh, now everything makes sense. She's not that nice.
No, I mean, well,
I'm joking,
and I'm like, oh, it
joking.
makes sense. She's not that much of a bitch.
So my mom,
she was sleepwalking.
If my mom could, like later on, if we can make an episode or something in Spanish, and I would say, because my mom would love to hear it. One day she told me I went to her bedroom, and the door was open. She was watching TV, and I rested my head in the wood frame. Very creepy, like you said. And she was like, "What happened?" And she said that I told her like, "Come over here. I need to show you something."
Oh hell no.
And she was like, but what? And I was like, come here, I need to show you something. And she said, I'll be there in a minute. And when she went to the bedroom, I was sleeping. I was laying down, already asleep.
What if that wasn't you?
Listen.
Have you ever thought of that?
Woman, I'm in my closet by myself, okay?
Me too. Oh my God.
So you better relax with your comments.
I'm looking around. I'm between a lot of clothes. And shoes.
Oh, God.
That runs in the family. You
Right,
sleepwalk.
yes.
I remember Tio Papo and Padre
Yo,
Casa
Papo, that was
sleepwalk.
heavy.
Your son, Damien, my nephew, sleepwalks.
Ooh, my
Our
son
little
all the
brother.
time, and he creeps me out, people.
And Gordo.
He creeps me out.
And
Gordo,
Gordo
too.
too.
Gordo a lot sits down a lot
Brother.
of times.
That's creepy.
And talks.
Now I have to talk to you guys about another type of dream, which is sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis happens when a person is either waking up or falling asleep. The person is aware, but is unable to move or speak. During one of these episodes, a person may hallucinate. They may hear, feel, or see things that are not actually there, which often results in fear. It's said that it normally happens to teenagers, but I'm sure that it can happen to anyone because at least I've never experienced any sleep paralysis. I would have a heart attack. I would be dead. But my boyfriend actually has had a few experiences of these, and he's told me about them. And
yeah, he always mentions them.
It's the most terrifying thing ever. And there are like documentaries out there about it. Like people normally see kind of like the same figures, let's say like dark figures or scary figures and stuff. But again, this sleep paralysis to me, it's scarier than nightmares, to be honest.
And what is that Netflix TV series that we watched, the creepy one?
Oh my God, A Haunting in Hill House.
A Haunting in Hill House. Yeah, that
I
one
love that show.
shows you a pretty good picture about what sleep paralysis looks like.
Yep, it's great. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh my goodness, I got like goosebumps all over my hairy body right now. I'm joking. I shake.
My hairy body.
I
Chubaca,
shake.
cabrón.
Cabrón, cállate. People, I promise. I know you can't see me, but I'm really not that hairy. Okay?
You said it, not me.
I said that, Harry, so that really didn't fix anything. Let's move on. Let's move on to random dreams. Sometimes I have this random dreams. Like, listen to this. Every time I dream that I am in a car, I'm able to go to a parking lot, pick any car that I want, no matter which car it is. I'm able to go in. And as soon as I start driving the car, cabrón, I always end up either in a fucking bicycle, a scooter, rolling blades, a skateboard. I end up in anything but a fucking motor vehicle. Like, it's frustrating.
It has happened to me like that.
It happens always.
Not all the time it happens. It ends like that, but it has happened. But guess what I love to randomly dream about?
I don't know.
Zombies, bitch. Zombies. I
Oh my
freaking love to dream with zombies. I don't know who's gonna, feel identificado with
Like
this type
identified
of dreams. That.
with your
But,
zombie addiction.
I kill them with guns and stuff. I have like a lot of guns in the dreams, and I'm just killing them like it's a freaking movie, which is amazing.
What are you,
But-
Rick?
But then something like your dream happens.
Oh,
The guns turn into water guns. And I have to run away. No joke. Like something happens, or they turn out to be something else, like a stick or something. It's not a gun anymore.
did you say a
and-
steak?
Huh?
A steak? They turn out to be steak?
No, a stick. Idiot.
Oh,
I'm the steak for the zombies.
I was like, that's a good weapon. You can just throw the steaks to the zombies.
No, I'm their steak. They want it completely rare.
Make sure it's rare, exactly. That's so stupid.
Yeah. And if in the dream, like they bite me, no, I change the dream. Like most of the time I change the dream if I tend to die. I can't
feel
fucking
like-
die. It's my dream.
Oh yeah, and there are also dreams about like, flying, people, when people die, that you wake up crying, that's also another dream. Or people who dream that their tooths are falling off, that's
Yep,
a
I've
very
had a
common
lot of
one.
those.
Yeah, they used to say back in the day that when you had a dream of tooths falling off, that it probably was either a death or somebody was pregnant, which is very weird.
The heck? There are a lot
Yeah.
of superstitions.
Yeah, there are a lot of those, but again, I feel like a dream, they may have a meaning, but it all ends up being like the way you feel about it. That's how I would interpret it. Also, I don't think this is like a dream, but yeah, you're kind of sleeping, like when you feel like you're falling from a building, like you just
That
suddenly
you
like
just jump.
yeah, like you jump and you
I feel
fell.
like falling.
Ninoka, please,
And
not
I'm
the weekend yet. It's
dancing
still the
and
week.
everything, girl.
Please. Remember the weekend with that haircut. It's el fin de semana.
El fin de semana.
Oh my god, that's so stupid. Oh my god, we need to stop. We need to stop talking about other shit. But also, there are like animals and objects in dreams. Some animals may be like snakes, alligators, cucarachas, cockroaches.
Well, I've had a lot of those. I had many disgusting dreams with roaches. It's fucking ridiculous. Like a lot. When I tell you a lot, it's like a lot is coming out from the floor. Have you seen The Mummy? There's
Well,
a part where a lot of things
ew.
come around the floor, like some stuff like that. It's ugh.
But it's said that cucarachas in a dream are actually good. Yeah, I'm not sure if they bring luck or fortune, but I believe it's like some good shit behind it. I'm pretty sure
I just
I've
hope
read
they
that.
mean money, because if they mean money, then I want to dream with roaches every night.
Ew. Anyway, tigers, like you can dream about objects, again, any object. I really don't have one as an example, but let's just say a computer, a microphone, I don't know, anything. There are also, water dreams. I really, really have like also a lot of dreams related to water, like some dark waters. I am actually like terrified of it. Like if I see like a pond close to me when I'm driving or a lake or something, I feel this weird compression in my chest because I don't know. I feel like I don't know what's under it, and I feel like I'm just gonna drown, and all the animals are just gonna eat me, and monsters,
Yes.
sea monsters. I don't know. It's weird, but they say that normally like dark water or water in general means that it's probably like something that you're facing in your life. But well, I have a face, so I'm literally facing things every day.
You're so lame.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That was super lame. I need to stop drinking this wine, but there are
Let's
also,
go now to page 36.
Sexual dreams. That's my section right there. I'm joking. Oh my goodness. What are people going to think?
Well, page 36 dreams, aka sexual dreams, are not always good, because obviously you have the sexual dream. A lot of people will have whatever however they call it, has a different name.
Did you
That
just
I
say
don't
that
know
sexual
of.
dreams are not good, bitch?
No, but
Did you
there
just
are other
interrupt
ones.
me to
No,
say
there are
that?
ones like in my case, like in terms of the raping and
Whoa,
I've
whoa, whoa,
thought
whoa.
dreams that are just that I'm seeing something sexual done to other people, like also raping and shit that I don't
Nino, but
like.
that is a
That it's very
nightmare.
disturbing.
I think you're a little bit off topic. That would be a nightmare. Sexual dreams, we're talking about the excitement. You know what I mean?
Oh damn! Okay, then I
Like the
just messed it all up because
no.
I'm dark like that.
Like you're talking about the like like the situations you've seen in a dream, like sexual assaults and shit, and I'm here like you literally totally killed my sexual dream mood right now.
I'm so sorry. That's terrible. I
No, I mean,
apologize.
no, I mean, I feel you. Like it's some dream you happen, but there's people like that have like literally wet dreams and shit.
That's why I said it was called something, but I wasn't gonna mention it. So you said it. You see,
Yeah,
you're the bad
girl.
one.
Wet, WET, wet dreams. Okay, it happens. It happens, people.
Oh God. Well, this is it for today's episode. We hope you guys liked it, and let us know if you want to hear more episodes like this one, or which topics you're interested in. We talked about dreams. Later on, we can talk about hauntings or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're into a lot of shit like that too. For more
definitely.
information about us and our podcast content, please visit our website at dropdeadsisters.com and follow us on our social media on Instagram at dropdeadsisтерspodcast, on Twitter at dropdeadsisters, and on Facebook at dropdeadsisters.truecrimepodcast.
Yes, and also please make sure to subscribe to our podcast and give us a good review, if you consider us good, especially on iTunes. I know we never ask for this type of thing, but I feel like, now this is like we don't know if we're going to call it our 10th podcast or if we're going to call it our 9.5 podcast because it's not true crime related. We're going to think about that, but we basically just want to make sure that, we're able to get our podcast and ourselves out there. So we really appreciate all of the support, all the people that tune in week after week to hear our content. And we really hope to see you guys next time.
Bye
Bye.
bye.